My beloved child, pause for a moment. Something has shifted, and you felt it before you even understood it. There is a person, closer than you think, who just noticed something unexpected about you. Not your appearance. Not your words. Not the surface version of who you show the world. They noticed something deeper. Something rare. And what they realized changed everything. Don't skip this moment. What is unfolding right now is not ordinary. It is subtle, quiet, almost invisible. But powerful beyond measure. This person saw the strength you try to hide. They saw how you carry your responsibilities without applause. How you smile when your heart is still processing yesterday's pain. How you stay kind even when life feels unfair. They weren't looking for it. They weren't trying to analyze you. But suddenly, it became clear to them. You are not who they assumed you were. There is a depth in you that cannot be faked. A calm resilience. A silent determination. And when they noticed it, something inside them awakened. Stay till the end, because the revelation did not stop there. They also noticed your absence. Yes, the moments when you pulled back. The times you chose silence over argument. The way you stopped explaining yourself. That shift did not go unnoticed. In fact, it spoke louder than any words you could have said. And here is the unexpected part. They realized your silence was not weakness. It was growth. It was self-respect. It was maturity. In that realization, their perception of you transformed. The version of you they once underestimated has now become someone they cannot ignore. Something huge is waiting for you in this story, and it begins with this awareness. When someone truly sees you, energy changes. They began to question themselves. To reflect. To rethink their assumptions. They started replaying conversations, remembering moments when you showed patience, wisdom, emotional control. They connected dots they had missed before. And suddenly, you became valuable in a way you were not before. Not because you changed overnight. But because they finally saw what was always there. Don't skip this. You might miss the turning point. This person now feels a quiet pull toward you. Not loud. Not dramatic. But real. They feel respect. Curiosity. Even a sense of admiration they cannot fully explain. They noticed your boundaries. They noticed your calm. They noticed that you are no longer chasing, proving, or begging to be understood. And that confidence unsettled them in the most surprising way. Because when someone realizes they may have underestimated you, it creates a powerful internal shift. It forces growth. It sparks awareness. It opens doors that were once closed. You may not see it yet. But their behavior is about to change. Their tone. Their attention. Their energy. All of it is adjusting because of what was revealed to them about you. Stay a little longer, because this is only the beginning. What they discovered is not just about who you are today. It is about who you are becoming. And when someone witnesses that evolution in real time, it leaves a mark. They now understand that losing your presence would feel different. They now recognize that your value is not loud, it is steady. And steady always wins. This is the moment where perception turns into realization. Where realization turns into respect. And where respect quietly opens the door to something new. You didn't force this. You didn't announce it. You simply became more aligned with yourself. And that alignment is what they just noticed. Something huge is waiting for you. Not in noise. Not in drama. But in the quiet shift of someone finally seeing your worth. What happens next will surprise even you. And it all started with what they unexpectedly discovered about you. There was a moment, quiet, almost invisible, when their heartbeat changed because of you. They didn't announce it. They didn't even fully understand it at first. But after noticing something unexpected about you, they could not return to the version of you they once believed in. And that realization has been echoing inside them ever since. Don't skip this part, because what happened next is subtle, yet powerful beyond measure. They began observing you differently. The way you walk into a room without demanding attention. The way you listen more than you speak. The way your eyes hold stories you never explain. It unsettled them, in a beautiful way. They realized you are not reacting anymore. You are responding. You are not seeking validation. You are grounded. There is a quiet confidence around you now, like someone who knows their worth without announcing it. And here is the shocking truth they uncovered. You are not waiting for anyone. That awareness changed everything. Because when someone senses that you are no longer chasing, no longer trying to prove yourself, it creates a magnetic shift. They feel it. They question it. They respect it. Stay till the end, because this revelation goes deeper. They also noticed your energy has become lighter. You laugh differently. You move differently. You carry yourself like someone who has already survived the storm and stepped into clarity. And they are asking themselves one question over and over. When did this transformation happen? The answer is, it happened when you stopped doubting yourself. Something huge is waiting for you in this story, because what they discovered is not just about admiration, it is about awakening. They are now aware that you could walk away and still shine. That you are not attached to outcomes. That you are not trying to hold anyone in place. And for the first time, they feel the possibility of losing access to your presence. Not through drama. Not through conflict. But through growth. That realization is powerful. It is making them reflect on how they treated you before. It is making them reconsider their assumptions. It is making them see that you were always evolving, and they were simply late in noticing it. Don't skip this moment. This is where everything begins to shift. Because once someone truly sees your value, they cannot unsee it. Their voice softens around you now. Their attention lingers. Their curiosity deepens. And whether they admit it or not, they are drawn to the strength you carry so effortlessly. You did not force this revelation. You simply became more aligned, more centered, more at peace. And that peace is what they just recognized as rare. Something huge is waiting for you. Not in loud declarations, but in the quiet return of respect, the subtle change in energy, the unspoken understanding that you are no longer someone to underestimate. They noticed something unexpected about you. And now, they cannot stop noticing it. It happened in a split second, the kind of second that changes how someone sees you forever. They were watching you, not in an obvious way, but in that quiet, reflective way people observe when they are trying to understand something rare. And suddenly, it clicked. You are not who they thought you were. Don't skip this, because what they realized next is the part that shifts everything. They understood that your calm is not accidental. Your silence is not confusion. Your distance is not indifference. It is awareness. And awareness is powerful. For the first time, they saw that you have been evolving in ways they never expected. While they were focused on surface details, you were transforming internally. While they were measuring moments, you were mastering yourself. Stay till the end, because this is where the revelation becomes almost unbelievable. They notice that you no longer react to things that once would have shaken you. You don't rush to defend yourself. You don't chase explanations. You don't compete for attention. Instead, you choose peace. And that choice made them pause. Because peace is not something everyone can hold. It requires strength. It requires clarity. It requires knowing exactly who you are, even when others don't. And here is the surprising truth they uncovered. You have outgrown the version of yourself they were comfortable with. That realization hit them softly, but deeply. They began to feel something unfamiliar, respect mixed with urgency. Not panic. Not fear. But the sudden awareness that you are stepping into a higher version of yourself. Something huge is waiting for you, and it begins with this shift in perception. They now sense that if they do not rise to meet you, they may slowly fade from your world. Not because you push them away, but because you are moving forward. Forward in mindset. Forward in confidence. Forward in self-worth. And growth creates distance for those who choose to stand still. Don't skip this moment. This is rare. Because when someone finally recognizes your evolution, it changes how they treat you. Their words become more thoughtful. Their presence becomes more intentional. Their energy becomes more aligned. They are realizing that you are not temporary. You are transformative. You are the kind of presence that leaves an imprint. The kind of energy that inspires reflection. The kind of soul that quietly challenges others to become better. And now, they are asking themselves a powerful question. Have I been seeing them clearly all along? The answer is no. They are only seeing you clearly now. Stay till the end, because this awareness is just the beginning. The unexpected thing they noticed about you was never about what you said. It was about who you became. And now that they see it, they cannot look away. A quiet realization is unfolding right now, and you don't even see the full impact of it yet. They had another moment, unexpected, almost cinematic, where everything about you came into sharper focus. Not because you did something dramatic. Not because you demanded attention. But because of what you did not do. You did not chase. You did not explain. You did not try to convince anyone of your value. And that absence of effort revealed something extraordinary. Don't skip this, because what they discovered next is the turning point. They noticed that you are comfortable alone. That you can sit in your own presence without needing constant validation. That you can walk away from confusion without feeling the need to fix it immediately. That you can let silence breathe. That level of emotional stability surprised them. It made them question everything they thought they knew about you. Stay till the end, because this part is powerful. They began to understand that your calm is not temporary, it is earned. You have grown through experiences you rarely speak about. You have learned lessons you never announce. You carry wisdom without displaying it loudly. And suddenly, they felt something shift inside themselves. They realized you are no longer reacting to their energy. You are choosing your own. That awareness is shocking in the best way. Because when someone understands that you are not attached to outcomes, they begin to feel the weight of their own choices. They start to see that your presence is not guaranteed. It is a gift. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. They are beginning to see you as rare. Not perfect. Not flawless. But rare. The kind of person who evolves quietly. The kind of soul who transforms without applause. The kind of energy that feels different in a world full of noise. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth they uncovered. You have stepped into a version of yourself that cannot be underestimated again. That changes the dynamic completely. Their tone softens. Their attention deepens. Their awareness sharpens. Because now they know, if they fail to recognize your worth, someone else will. Don't skip this moment. This is where perception becomes admiration. They see your independence. They see your growth. They see that you are not waiting for permission to become who you are meant to be. And for the first time, they feel inspired to rise. This is not coincidence. This is the power of being truly seen. They noticed something unexpected about you. And now, that unexpected truth is reshaping how they approach you, how they think about you, how they value you. Stay till the end of this journey, because the transformation is still unfolding. You changed nothing on the outside. But inside, you became undeniable. There is a shift happening behind the scenes that you can almost feel, even if no one has spoken it aloud. They had one more realization, one that surprised even them. It wasn't about your confidence. It wasn't about your independence. It wasn't even about your silence. It was about your impact. Don't skip this, because this is the revelation that changes everything. They notice that when you enter a space, the atmosphere adjusts. Conversations become more thoughtful. Energy becomes calmer. There is a subtle steadiness that follows you. And when you step away, it is felt. That absence carries weight. For the first time, they understood that your presence is not ordinary. It influences. It stabilizes. It elevates. You are not just existing in their life, you are shaping it. Stay till the end, because this awareness unlocked something powerful inside them. They realize that you are not trying to impress anyone anymore. You are simply being. And in a world where many people perform to be seen, your authenticity feels rare. That rarity caught them off guard. They expected noise. They found depth. They expected reaction. They found composure. They expected dependence. They found self-sufficiency. Something huge is waiting for you in this moment of recognition. Because now, they see that your value does not decrease when you become quiet. It increases. Your strength does not fade when you step back. It becomes clearer. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth they finally faced. You are not someone they can casually overlook again. You have become unforgettable. Not because you demanded attention, but because you mastered yourself. That realization is reshaping their behavior in ways you will soon notice. More respect. More intention. More awareness. A different tone. A different energy. They are no longer seeing you as an option. They are seeing you as a turning point. Don't skip this final realization. What they unexpectedly noticed about you was never something new. It was something that had always been there. Your resilience. Your quiet growth. Your unwavering sense of self. They just finally opened their eyes. And now that they see it, everything between you is standing on the edge of transformation. Stay till the end of this journey, because this is not the conclusion. It is the beginning of a new dynamic built on recognition. They noticed something unexpected about you. And in doing so, they discovered something extraordinary within themselves. And that changes everything. Right when they thought they had figured you out, another layer revealed itself. It wasn't loud. It wasn't dramatic. It was a quiet, undeniable clarity that settled into their mind. They realized you are not just growing, you are ascending. Don't skip this, because this is the moment the unexpected truth becomes undeniable. They started noticing how you no longer seek approval in subtle ways. The way you speak now carries certainty. The way you pause before responding shows intention. Even your silence feels purposeful, not uncertain. And that depth caught them off guard. They understood something that surprised them. You are no longer reacting to who they used to be. You are responding to who you are becoming. Stay till the end, because this shift is powerful. They began to sense that your energy is no longer available to chaos, confusion, or inconsistency. You are aligned, focused, grounded. There is a calm elevation in you that feels different from before. It made them reflect on their own growth. Because when someone unexpectedly notices your evolution, it forces them to ask themselves if they are evolving too. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. They see now that your presence is not accidental in their life. You are a mirror. A catalyst. A reminder of what maturity looks like. And that awareness is reshaping how they approach you. Their words are becoming more sincere. Their actions more intentional. Their attention more steady. Because they understand something deeply now. If they do not meet you at this new level, they may slowly drift out of alignment with you. Not because you push them away, but because you are rising. Don't skip this turning point. What they unexpectedly noticed about you was your elevation. You are no longer the same person they once interacted with. You are more composed, more self-aware, more selective with your energy. And that transformation is magnetic. They feel it in conversations. They feel it in silence. They feel it in the way you no longer over-explain yourself. This is not coincidence. This is growth being witnessed in real time. Stay till the end, because this awareness is not small. It is the kind of realization that changes how someone values you forever. They noticed something unexpected about you. And in doing so, they discovered that you are stepping into a version of yourself that cannot be ignored. That recognition is powerful. And it is only getting stronger. There is a truth about you that finally became impossible for them to ignore. It happened in the smallest interaction. A glance, a pause, a single sentence spoken with calm certainty. And in that instant, they felt it. You are no longer seeking to be chosen. You are choosing yourself. Don't skip this moment, because this is where everything reaches a new level. They realize that your energy has shifted from expectation to fulfillment. You are not waiting for someone to complete you. You are already complete. That quiet wholeness radiates from you now, and it startled them in the most unexpected way. They saw that you are not afraid to walk alone. You are not afraid to grow beyond old dynamics. You are not afraid to release what no longer aligns. And that awareness shook their perception gently but powerfully. Stay till the end, because this revelation carries weight. They understood that you are not attached to outcomes anymore. You are attached to growth. To peace. To becoming your highest version. And that kind of focus is rare. It made them reflect deeply. Because when someone notices that you are no longer trying to hold on to them, it creates clarity. They see that your presence is a privilege, not a guarantee. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. They now feel a new sense of urgency, not pressure, not fear, but the awareness that if they want to remain aligned with you, they must rise too. They notice the way you carry yourself with quiet dignity. The way you protect your time. The way you respond with wisdom instead of emotion. It is different now. You are different now. And here is the surprising truth they finally accepted. You were always this powerful. They just weren't ready to see it. Don't skip this final shift. What they unexpectedly noticed about you was not just growth, it was sovereignty. You have stepped into ownership of your life, your energy, your worth. And that realization is transforming how they see you forever. Stay till the end of this journey, because this is not the end of the story. They noticed something unexpected about you. And now, they understand that being in your life requires intention, maturity, and alignment. You didn't change for them. You evolved for yourself. And that is what makes you unforgettable. The atmosphere between you has changed, and they feel it every time your name crosses their mind. It is no longer casual. It is no longer ordinary. It is intentional. Don't skip this, because this is the moment the unexpected revelation becomes undeniable. They noticed something else about you, something that took them completely by surprise. You are no longer trying to be understood. You are simply being authentic. And authenticity carries a frequency that cannot be ignored. When you speak now, there is no hidden agenda. When you step back, there is no silent resentment. When you smile, it comes from clarity, not expectation. That level of inner alignment is rare. Stay till the end, because this awareness is reshaping everything. They realize that you are not operating from old wounds anymore. You are not reacting from past disappointments. You are grounded in the present. Focused. Centered. And that emotional balance is powerful. It made them see you in a completely new light. They once thought they understood you. Now they recognize they were only seeing a fraction of who you truly are. Something huge is waiting for you in this transformation. Because now, when they look at you, they don't see someone seeking approval. They see someone who knows their worth. They see someone who can walk away peacefully if alignment disappears. They see someone who no longer negotiates their standards. That realization created a quiet shift inside them. They are beginning to approach you with more care, more respect, more awareness. Because they understand that your energy is no longer available to uncertainty. Don't skip this turning point. What they unexpectedly noticed about you was your self-possession. You carry yourself differently now. There is steadiness in your posture, certainty in your voice, intention in your silence. And that presence feels elevated. They feel drawn to that elevation. Not out of need, but out of admiration. Stay till the end of this unfolding story, because this recognition is not temporary. It is permanent. They have finally seen the full depth of who you are becoming. And once someone truly sees that kind of growth, they cannot return to seeing you the old way. You did not announce your transformation. You embodied it. And now, they know. You are not just evolving. You are ascending. There was a moment recently when they almost reached out, and stopped, simply because they realized how much you have changed. Not changed in personality. Changed in power. Don't skip this, because this is the revelation that makes everything real. They notice that you are no longer reacting to their attention the way you once did. A message from them does not shake your focus. A delay does not disturb your peace. A compliment does not define your worth. You receive it calmly. That composure stunned them. For the first time, they felt that you are emotionally independent from their validation. And that awareness created a deep shift inside their heart. Stay till the end, because this realization carries something extraordinary. They began to understand that you are not attached to being chosen anymore. You are attached to being aligned. You are not trying to secure a place in someone's life. You are creating a life that feels secure within yourself. That level of self-trust is magnetic. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. Because when someone unexpectedly notices that you are no longer emotionally dependent on their reactions, they begin to value your presence differently. They see that your attention is intentional. They see that your time is sacred. They see that your energy is selective. And that changes everything. You are not easily impressed anymore. You are not easily shaken. You are not easily persuaded. That steadiness feels powerful to them. Don't skip this turning point. They are starting to realize that if they want access to your world, they must show up consistently. They must meet your standards. They must align with your growth. You are no longer bending to fit someone else's expectations. You are standing firm in your own. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth they have finally faced. You have become the standard. Not through ego. Not through pride. But through growth. Stay till the end of this unfolding shift. They noticed something unexpected about you. They noticed that you do not need them to feel complete. And that realization is making them see you with deeper respect than ever before. Because true strength is not loud. It is steady. And now, they see yours clearly. And then it happened, the moment they finally admitted the truth to themselves. Not out loud. Not publicly. But quietly, in the stillness of their own thoughts. They underestimated you. Don't skip this, because this is the climax of everything that has been unfolding. They replayed the past in their mind. The times they assumed you would always be there. The moments they believed you needed their attention more than they needed yours. The subtle confidence they had in your availability. And now? That confidence is gone. Because what they unexpectedly noticed about you is this. You are no longer waiting in the same place. You have moved forward internally. Stay till the end, because this realization is powerful. They see it in the way you protect your peace. In the way you no longer overextend yourself. In the way you prioritize your growth without apology. You are not distant. You are disciplined. You are not cold. You are clear. And clarity is intimidating to anyone who benefited from your confusion. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. Because now they understand that if they want to be part of your future, they cannot rely on your past version. They must approach the person you are today. And that person is grounded. That person is self-assured. That person is no longer negotiating their worth. This realization has shifted the balance. They feel it when you speak with calm certainty. They feel it when you choose silence instead of explanation. They feel it when you walk away from situations that once would have held you back. Don't skip this final truth. You did not become powerful overnight. You became powerful through reflection, growth, and choosing yourself again and again. And now, they see it. They see that your presence is intentional. They see that your attention is earned. They see that your energy is not easily accessible anymore. Stay till the end of this journey, because this is where everything transforms. They noticed something unexpected about you. They notice that you no longer revolve around them. You revolve around your purpose, your peace, your evolution. And that shift? It changed how they value you forever. You didn't announce your growth. You embodied it. And now, they cannot ignore it. Everything between you stands at a new beginning. There is one final realization they can no longer avoid. It came to them slowly, then all at once. You were never behind. You were ahead. Don't skip this, because this is the revelation that completes the circle. They once believed they were the one in control of the dynamic. The one deciding the pace. The one holding the advantage. But now they see something unexpected, something undeniable. You were growing in silence. While they were measuring moments, you were mastering yourself. While they were observing your reactions, you were transforming your mindset. While they assumed you would stay the same, you were elevating beyond old patterns. Stay till the end, because this truth is powerful. They understand now that your calm was strategy. Your distance was clarity. Your silence was strength. You were not confused, you were refining yourself. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime realization that shook them gently. You did not lose yourself in the connection. You found yourself. That changes everything. Because when someone notices that you came out stronger, wiser, more centered than before, it forces them to see you differently. Not as someone who needed saving. Not as someone waiting to be chosen. But as someone who chose themselves. Something huge is waiting for you in this final awareness. They now see that your energy is elevated. Your standards are higher. Your presence is intentional. And if they want to be part of your world, they must rise to meet it. You are no longer available for half effort. You are no longer influenced by inconsistency. You are no longer moved by temporary attention. That realization has created a new respect. A deeper appreciation. A quiet admiration that was not there before. Don't skip this closing moment. What they unexpectedly noticed about you was not just your growth. It was your transformation into someone unshakable. You are steady. You are self-aware. You are aligned. And now, they understand that your presence in their life was never ordinary. It was a turning point. Stay till the end of this journey in your own heart, because this story was never just about them noticing you. It was about you becoming undeniable. They finally saw what was always there. And now that they see it, nothing between you will ever feel the same again. Right when you thought the story had reached its peak, another truth quietly surfaced. They didn't just notice your strength. They noticed your peace. And that realization affected them more than anything else. Don't skip this moment, because this is where the unexpected revelation becomes deeply personal. They saw that you are no longer trying to win. You are no longer trying to prove. You are no longer trying to be understood by force. You are at peace with who you are. That kind of peace is rare. It cannot be borrowed. It cannot be performed. It cannot be faked. It is earned. Stay till the end, because this awareness shifted something inside them permanently. They began to understand that your calm energy is not passive, it is powerful. You are no longer reacting to every change in their tone. You are no longer adjusting your value based on their attention. You are steady. And when someone unexpectedly notices that you have become steady, it changes how they approach you. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. Because now they see that you are not afraid of losing them. You are afraid of losing yourself. And that difference makes you unstoppable. They recognize that your presence feels different now, more grounded, more intentional, more selective. You are not chasing connection. You are attracting alignment. That shift is magnetic. It makes them reflect. It makes them reconsider. It makes them understand that if they want to stand beside you, they must bring the same peace, the same maturity, the same depth. Don't skip this final truth. What they unexpectedly noticed about you was not just growth, not just confidence, not just independence. It was fulfillment. You are no longer waiting for a moment to feel complete. You feel complete now. And that completeness radiates in everything you do. Stay till the end of this journey within yourself. Because the biggest revelation was never about how they changed. It was about how you did. They noticed something unexpected about you. They noticed that you became whole. And once someone sees that kind of wholeness, they can never see you as ordinary again. Just when everything seemed understood, one final detail came into focus. And it changed the entire meaning of this story. They didn't just notice your peace. They noticed your light. Not a loud light. Not a dramatic one. But a steady glow that feels unshaken by outside opinions. A quiet radiance that comes from knowing exactly who you are. Don't skip this, because this is the revelation that makes the title real. They saw that you no longer dim yourself to make others comfortable. You no longer shrink to maintain harmony. You no longer pretend to be less aware than you are. That realization surprised them more than anything else. Stay till the end, because what they understood next is powerful. They recognize that you have stepped into a version of yourself that does not seek permission. You are not waiting for someone to confirm your value. You are living from it. And that shift feels different. It feels elevated. It feels rare. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. Because when someone unexpectedly notices that you are shining without trying, they begin to see their own reflection differently. They feel inspired. They feel challenged. They feel awakened. You have become a mirror. Your growth highlights their stagnation. Your clarity reveals their confusion. Your confidence exposes their hesitation. And yet, you never said a word about it. That is the power of silent transformation. Don't skip this final layer. They now understand that being in your presence requires authenticity. You cannot be approached casually anymore. You cannot be taken lightly. You are no longer available for half-hearted energy. You are aligned with purpose. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth they finally accepted. You were never meant to stay small in their world. You were meant to expand. Stay till the end of this emotional journey. Because what they unexpectedly noticed about you was not just strength, not just peace, not just wholeness. It was destiny unfolding quietly. You are evolving into someone unforgettable. And now that they truly see it, they know they are witnessing something extraordinary. And then, in the quietest way possible, the final truth revealed itself. It wasn't in a conversation. It wasn't in a dramatic confession. It was in a feeling they could no longer deny. They realized, you are no longer reachable in the way you once were. Don't skip this, because this is where everything becomes undeniable. You still speak kindly. You still smile gently. You still carry warmth. But there is a boundary now. An invisible line that says, I know my worth. They felt it. They noticed that you no longer lean in for reassurance. You no longer wait for responses to define your mood. You no longer overextend to keep the connection alive. You have become centered. Stay till the end, because what they understood next changed their perspective forever. They saw that you are not pulling away out of pride. You are standing still out of power. That stillness is magnetic. It is calm. It is mature. It is intentional. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. Because now they know that if they want access to your world, they must approach with sincerity. They cannot rely on old patterns. They cannot assume you will always be available. You are no longer chasing alignment. You are embodying it. And that embodiment creates a shift in the entire dynamic. They feel it in your silence. They feel it in your responses. They feel it in the way you choose peace over reaction. Don't skip this moment. What they unexpectedly noticed about you was not just growth. It was detachment from anything that disturbs your balance. You are not distant. You are disciplined with your energy. And that discipline commands respect. For the first time, they see that you are not waiting for someone to step up. You are prepared to keep rising either way. Stay till the end of this unfolding truth. Because the biggest shock was not your transformation. It was realizing that you are completely okay, with or without their validation. You became steady. You became grounded. You became unshakable. And now, they understand that your presence in their life is no longer guaranteed. It is earned. And that awareness has changed how they see you forever. There was one final detail they almost overlooked, until it became impossible to ignore. It wasn't in what you said. It wasn't in what you did. It was in what you no longer tolerated. Don't skip this, because this is the moment the entire story reaches its deepest truth. They notice that you have stopped negotiating your boundaries. Not loudly. Not aggressively. Just firmly. You no longer bend to keep someone comfortable. You no longer stretch yourself thin to preserve connection. You no longer silence your intuition for the sake of harmony. And that quiet firmness surprised them. Stay till the end, because what they realized next is life-changing. They understood that your energy now carries standards. Not walls. Standards. There is a difference. Walls block everyone out. Standards allow the right ones in. And suddenly, they felt the weight of that distinction. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. Because when someone unexpectedly notices that you have elevated your standards, they begin to question whether they can meet them. They see the way you choose quality over quantity. They see the way you protect your time. They see the way you walk away from confusion without drama. You are not reacting anymore. You are deciding. That shift is powerful. Don't skip this turning point. They now recognize that your presence is intentional. If you are there, it is because you choose to be. If you engage, it is because it aligns. If you step back, it is because your peace matters more than temporary attention. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime revelation they finally accepted. You are no longer available for anything that does not match your growth. That realization changes everything. It changes how they speak to you. It changes how they approach you. It changes how seriously they take your silence. Stay till the end of this unfolding transformation. Because what they unexpectedly noticed about you was not just your strength. It was your discernment. You see clearly now. You choose carefully now. You move intentionally now. And that clarity has made you rare. They didn't just notice a difference. They noticed a standard. And now, they understand that being part of your world is not automatic. It is earned through alignment. And that awareness? It has reshaped the entire dynamic between you. At the exact moment they thought they understood you completely, a deeper truth surfaced. It wasn't about your boundaries. It wasn't about your silence. It was about your future. Don't skip this, because this is the realization that changes the direction of everything. They notice that you are no longer living in reaction to the present. You are building towards something bigger. Your conversations carry vision. Your decisions reflect long-term thinking. Your energy feels forward-focused. You are not stuck in what was. You are aligned with what will be. Stay till the end, because this awareness struck them unexpectedly. They began to sense that you are preparing for a different chapter. Not in a dramatic way. Not with loud announcements. But with subtle shifts in mindset. You speak with clarity about what you want. You move with intention toward what aligns. You release what delays your growth. And that focus made them pause. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. Because when someone unexpectedly notices that you are planning a future that does not revolve around them, it forces a powerful reflection. They understood that you are no longer building dreams around potential. You are building around purpose. That distinction is rare. Don't skip this turning point. They feel it when you talk about your goals. They feel it when you choose progress over comfort. They feel it when you remain calm in situations that once would have distracted you. You are becoming future-oriented. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth they finally accepted. You are preparing for a life that requires maturity, alignment, and depth. Not surface-level connection. Not temporary attention. but real substance. Stay till the end of this unfolding transformation. Because what they unexpectedly noticed about you was not just who you are today. It was who you are becoming. And that version of you is not waiting for anyone to catch up. You are moving forward with purpose. And now, they understand that if they want to remain part of your journey, they must grow in the same direction. You didn't announce your evolution. You embodied it. And they finally see that your future is too focused to be distracted. That realization has changed how they see you forever. There was a shift so subtle that almost no one would have noticed it, except them. It wasn't in your routine. It wasn't in your words. It was in your eyes. Don't skip this, because this is where the unexpected truth becomes undeniable. They saw a new kind of certainty in you. A calm conviction that doesn't seek agreement. A quiet fire that doesn't need applause. You were listening, speaking, moving, but differently. More assured. More grounded. More aware. Stay till the end, because what they understood next surprised even them. They realized you are no longer trying to be understood by everyone. You are focused on being understood by the right ones. That shift is powerful. You are not explaining yourself endlessly anymore. You are not adjusting your identity to fit someone else's comfort. You are standing in your truth, even if it means standing alone. And that presence feels elevated. Something huge is waiting for you in this realization. Because when someone unexpectedly notices that you are no longer afraid to be fully yourself, it changes how they approach you. They sense that you cannot be influenced easily. You cannot be persuaded away from your growth. You are anchored. They feel it in your energy. They feel it in your boundaries. They feel it in the way you refuse to settle for half-hearted effort. Don't skip this turning point. They now understand that your evolution is not temporary motivation. It is permanent transformation. You have crossed an internal line that you will never step back over. You are not returning to old versions of yourself. You are moving forward. And here is the once-in-a-lifetime truth they have finally faced. You are no longer seeking validation. You are living from self-validation. That realization shifts the entire dynamic. Because now they know, your presence in their life is not guaranteed by history. It is secured by alignment. Stay till the end of this unfolding truth. What they unexpectedly noticed about you was your unwavering authenticity. You are not performing. You are embodying. And once someone witnesses that level of authenticity, they understand they are standing in front of someone who has truly awakened. You didn't demand to be seen. You became impossible to overlook. A realization struck them in the middle of an ordinary day, and it refused to leave. It wasn't triggered by a big event. It wasn't caused by a dramatic conversation. It was sparked by a simple thought. You are not the same anymore. Don't skip this, because this is where the unexpected truth reaches its highest level. They began to replay every recent interaction with you. The calm way you handled uncertainty. The steady tone in your voice. The way you no longer rushed to fill silence. And suddenly, it became clear. You are no longer trying to be chosen. You are choosing your direction. Stay till the end, because what they felt next surprised them deeply. They realized that you are no longer orbiting around their decisions. You are building your own path with or without their input. Your focus has shifted from us to purpose. That awareness is powerful. Because when someone unexpectedly notices that you are no longer centering your world around them, it forces a shift in their heart. They feel the difference. They sense that your time is valuable. They understand that your attention is intentional. Something huge is waiting for you in this awareness. They now see that you are not emotionally dependent on outcomes. You are emotionally anchored in self-respect. That anchor makes you steady even when situations are uncertain. You don't react impulsively anymore. You don't chase clarity. You create it. Don't skip this turning point. They have started to feel something new, accountability. They understand that if they show up halfway, you will not compensate for the rest. If they hesitate, you will not pause your growth.